and we is back. Fnatic is got a win under their belt. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say to start the vlog off. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. I'd like to thank all the people that never doubted us. 2-1 on the map score. Looking good.
Could be better.
Could have been a 2-0 if we'd decided to show up for Breeze. But I think we decided to switch off that game. But don't worry, it's all part of my master plan. Have no fear.
How was it nice to win there? Obviously, but how big of a relief it was to finally win.
I mean, yeah, there are certain games where you have to win, you know, and so that was one of them. I felt like we have to win that one to get the ball rolling, and obviously we got 2 games this week. The Wombo combo. There's cat in the background, but I don't think you can hear him that much.
I think you can. We have a cat, and he's zoomy hour, so excuse him if you hear any background noise.
Yeah, we got the two game week this week. Gentlemates and Koi, and I think these are 2 games that we have to win as well in order to maintain a good position on the table. He's crazy, our cat. But yeah, how was your week?
It was okay, quite tiring, eventful.
Your bows look cute.
Oh, thank you. I'm not hosting the week coming up, so it's going to be nice to have a little rest, but also it's going to get really stressful because I have to watch your games and I'm not working, and those are the worst times. I wanted to quickly ask you, because obviously we saw 3 maps, 3 new changes on every map. Yeah. And we had a quick little post-match interview on stage, which, by the way,
finally allowed it.
Yeah, I don't think I'm allowed to globally, but in domestically I'm allowed.
Yeah. Shout out how professional we were. Sorry. Shout out.
No, you carry on.
No, that's all I had.
Shout out to the people that were nice about it, but also there were people that were like, why don't you just kiss? And I'm like, why would we do that?
Trust me, she would if she wanted, if she could. She would if she could. What's that saying? He would if he could.
He would if he wanted to.
Yeah, she would if she wanted to.
I didn't want to. I didn't want to.
She didn't want to.
Yeah. We're not PDA. I don't think anyone's ever seen us kiss.
No, I'm not PDA.
Yeah.
I'll give you a hug.
Nearly 5 years of being together.
Fist bump, maybe. See you later, babe.
Snail.
Have a good one, mate. Yeah, exactly.
Go on, do it again. Snowman.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Anyway, so we talked a little bit in that post-match interview about the new changes, but what you said was that they're not new, because people think that you made those changes in the week between your losses. But
oh my god, if I made 3 changes and I had to get it ready in 1 week, I would have no hair.
So let's talk about the time frame of when these changes came in. Let's start with bind. So how long have you had the stuff that you've been doing on bind?
Since we started practicing, since we came back. I think it was one that I was like, oh, Gekko looks fun on that map. Let's try him out. And so we were trying him out, and it didn't actually start off very well, but I think it was just a process of learning the map again. And then we were like, we were at a comfortable stage on it. It was just, we didn't, like I said in our interview, we didn't know what our good maps are. Like, we think we have a good map, and then we pick it and then we lose it. But I think it's just, I think it's just, we're slowly getting more comfortable on the stage.
Where would you rank Leo's Gekko?
I think it's just Leo. He's a class player, you know. I've got 4 class players.
5?
Okay, if you include me, thank you. Yeah, thank you for that. Yeah. I got 4 class players. It's just about them on the game day feeling comfortable and confident. You know, I think they can be the world's best players. You know, we've done it last year. We just need to tap into that energy. What is he doing?
This cat, I'm sorry. The Yoru, obviously, you and Gekko were teasing it like crazy on Twitter for months on end. We finally saw it. So how long has that been in the works for?
We actually started on Breeze with the Jet, just a normal comp. But then we were thinking Yoru's coming into play, especially in EMEA. And we were like, what maps can we run him on? And we were like, Breeze seems to be an option for Jet. A lot of teams are running the Jet and Yoru. Giants, for instance, running the Jet and Yoru, which I think is actually a decent comp as well, to be fair. And NRG is having good results on it as well. So that was pretty much like a week after practice or whatnot. I think we played like a couple of games on Jet, and then we're like, let's try the Yoru just in case.
I gotta say, Alfajer on the Raze. Do you remember when the last time he played Razes? Because I dug this stat out.
Bind Istanbul.
Against?
It was Liquid.
You're right. You're spot on.
Yeah.
It was
Thank you.
2022 champs against Liquid, 2022, 11th of September.
Yeah, I never forget.
Wow, big brain, big brain. Let's talk about Alfajer's race because I think there's two kind of narratives running with this. The first one is he should be full-time playing Raze on Duelist duty from like the average VLR Reddit user seems to be saying, oh, why doesn't he just do this all the time? So yeah, would you like to tell them why?
I think it's because Durka is like a really good duelist. I think he especially excels when he's playing with the AWP and he's playing his comfort. You know, he's obviously one of the best Jets, I think, once he gets into his flow state and he's comfortable. And I think his Raze is also really good. The only difference between Durka and Alfajer is I think Alfajer is a bit more Turkish than Durka. So I just think
Just a little bit.
when Alfajer goes in, he's a bit more...
Big dick?
No, not even that, because I think Durka's like super big dick when he goes in as well. I don't know. It's just it's not the biggest difference, but I do think it's nice having Alfajer go in and he just uses his mechanical diff for everyone, and Durka being a bit more of a
Trader?
No, like a follow-up diff. Like imagine Durka and Alfajer hitting your site. It's a bit scary, isn't it?
Call it a day.
Yeah, exactly. So any option we can, it's probably a good idea, to be fair, because I think Durka not going in first sometimes is good for him because he can really excel in the hectic scenarios. When it's too hectic for him, I think sometimes it, like for anyone, it's a tough time, especially when you're on stage and you don't hear the footsteps clearly. You're not in your comfort zone, the lights and stuff, the sound. It's just easier for Durka sometimes to manage it.
My take is obviously, first of all, recency bias. People forget that like Durka is one of the greatest duelist players we have ever had in the game, ever, period. Like, period. The second thing I think is, obviously, the eye test and statistically, Alpha seems slightly flashier between the mid round and late round because usually Durka's gone in, got a kill, either dies or gets 2 kills and dies. So he's not alive long enough to clutch. I think everybody remembers like Alpha popping out of heaven and getting that 1v3 on Haven, which was insane with the Guardian. People remember that. People remember his like 1v2. You don't remember on Haven when he jumped out with a Guardian and they were on defense and they were planting?
Maybe.
You don't remember that 1v3?
No, my most recent memory of Haven is where we jumped out the window and Tui's killed us from underneath it.
Yeah, no, that 1v3, you guys will know what I'm saying. But the issue is because Alpha's kind of entire repertoire of highlights is him in those 1v3s, in that 1v2 on Icebox as well. But the only reason that Alpha is able to sometimes even pull that up is because Durka's killed the other 3. Like Durka's already gone and killed the other 3 people, and because he's just doing his job so well, he's just dashing to a smoke, getting his kill, or opping on Icebox. Like nobody can go to his side because Durka's just gonna bang you out. Again, on Icebox, on lock-in, people forget that when you went OT, it was Durka's op that won you the first round of OT. He got like a 3K. Just it was huge. It was a huge
against
round.
Loud.
Yeah, against Loud. But people forget that because, again, he's not the type of player that's delivering in those times because he's already gone in and done his job. Like, he's so good at doing his job. So while I think the Alpha Raze is very good, the split works really well, I think you will be on crack if you were ever to, like, for example, put Alpha on Jet over Durka.
No, yeah, I think Durka is a better Jet than Alfajer. What's he knocked over now?
The cat is gone crazy.
No,
the cat's gone crazy.
I think it's like apples and pears at this point.
Stairs.
Apples and stairs?
No, apples and pears stairs. It's Cockney slang.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So it's like there's not much the difference between them. They're both just really good players and they can play the roles. It's just we needed a Sentinel, and Alfajer was a flex player in his Turkish team because he was just playing anything. I think the only problem with Alfajer is he gets bored. And so he's loving Split right now because he's like, I get to play Raze again. But he's like, if I have to play Cypher, Killjoy, I'm leaving. I'm going to BBL.
They would take him in a heartbeat. Yeah. They would absolutely love to have Alpha. Okay, let's move on to next week's game. That is Gentlemates and Koi.
Yeah.
Both of them seem to also be having a slightly more of a tough time. Let's start with the cat just walking across the screen. That's okay. Let's start with your first game, Gentlemates, because it does feel like they have a very different identity compared to some of the other teams in the world, because they love the Breach Phoenix. Do you think that is overcook, undercook, or like, smart plays out here from Existence?
I think Phoenix is decent on Ascent and Breeze, especially in the current meta. I think there are valid opportunities for the Phoenix, especially in the tank as well. He seems to be quite a decent player. On some other maps, maybe not so as much, but it's the style that they like to play. I think it's a case of what is their comp? What did they trade the Phoenix or Breach for? And for their Lotus, it's I can't really say because we're going to play them. I don't know when this podcast is going to get released.
It's before you play them.
Yeah, so I'm not going to say.
Okay, let's talk about it next week then.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, cool.
Well, yeah, we'll see if we win. Because if I don't win, then there's no point talking about it. I know nothing. Jon Snow.
Is it how afraid or how much pressure are you feeling right now having to win?
I think I'm okay. Like I said, the 2 games super important for us to win, so there's obviously that pressure, but I think someone's got to lose, and I just hope it's not going to be us, and we're going to do whatever it takes that it's not going to be us, and I do believe that we can win. I'm not going to say head out anymore that I believe that we can beat any team in this group.
You can still think it, just don't say.
But yeah, I can think it, but I'm confident still. I know that every team keeps saying in their interviews they want to play Fnatic. They want to play Fnatic despite.
Why do you think that is?
I think it's they understand. I think they understand current form and how it works. You're gonna have periods where a player is going to be in their own head, or a player is going to be, or a team is going to be obviously having a little bit of a slump. But it's like the EG thing. They were slumping at the start of the year last year, and then someone beats 100 Thieves beat, I can't remember who it was, Cloud9 or something.
MIBR.
Yeah, 100 Thieves beat MIBR, and EG are qualified for an event, and then they snowball the rest of the year. And that's as volatile as esports can be. You get opportunities and you take those opportunities. We had a great opportunity last year. We were riding that wave. And then it obviously burnt out towards the end. And then this year we're trying to find those opportunities again. And I do believe that we're in good form. I'd say it's just we just need more reps and more games and more confidence and more being comfortable and just doing our thing. And the way to do that is to play more and lose or win. To be fair, as long as the losses don't affect you as much and don't make you even more into a slump, but. Yeah, it's just the hardest thing for a player is maintaining their mental fortitude, I'd say. I'm actually going to talk real quick about that, Breeze. Mitchman and Tom Biz. Now, Tom Biz has lost his hair, so I don't know why he's chatting rubbish. And Mitchman's got too much hair. But the Aries, I had 1.6k because I dropped Durka a gun, and they're saying the Aries buy was a bad idea. Yeah, maybe I could have bought a Sheriff, maybe I could have bought a Marshal, but I didn't realize that we were going to play the post plant completely wrong. I was there for a contingency plan.
Kron did well to get the first 2 kills.
Yeah, Kron got the first 2 kills, and everyone else is just like, all right, good luck, Kron. Yo, see you later. It's like that meme. I don't know what the meme is, but there's a meme probably where it's just like you've left your teammate on an island, and he's just there fighting the whole war.
But what I will say is I don't think people realize how often you drop your teammates, because back in the days you used to on Icebox always drop a gun. You'd always rock a classic, and you always I think it was Durka, right, or Doma.
I don't do it in scrims as much. It was always Durka or Doma in pistol rounds, but I've decided that I'm actually quite good at pistols.
You're very good at pistols.
But then again, I feel like I'm good, so maybe I don't even need armor. All I need is a classic.
You're gaslighting yourself.
Yeah. No, I do. Sometimes I feel that because I just like, oh, I'm not too bad at pistols actually.
You're
I only seem to
actually-
get one kill.
You always get
I
you
need to
and
know
Leo.
my pistol stats.
It's you and Leo. You and Leo always get a kill.
I need to find my pistol stat. It's just downhill from there. Like round 1, looking boasties, and then round 2,
Looking toasties.
yeah, looking toasties. Yeah.
No, but you're always top fragging into round your bonus round. Your bonus round is when the boys come alive. They're like, all right, my time to knock you off the board now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to anyone that doesn't have hair, by the way. It's not a flame, by the way. I don't know. It's just the only thing I could think of at the time.
Yeah, it's okay. Go easy on him. Come on, guys. Go easy on him. Next team, of course, after Gentlemates is Koi, and they seem to be maybe like potentially, from what I've read, in an even worse place than you guys are. They don't seem to be having a very nice time.
I mean, yeah, I think it's a difficult one. I don't know much about their players, but obviously when you're losing and you've just started out with the team and you're losing, I remember in scrims, like, we were quite dominant at the time in the January. Although scrims are scrims, you know, you take it or leave it. But I think it's just, yeah, it's a tough one. It's a tough scenario, you know. It's like the DFM thing. Like if you've
You curse them, by the way, as in you bless them.
Yeah, I did bless them. Thank you. Yeah. To be fair, I just thought like the way that DFM was, they finally got their win. But when I watched them against Na'Vi in that show match, I was like, they're not actually that bad. This new DFM with like Meiy and stuff. I think Meiy is really good.
Like, yeah, let's real quick talk about him.
Sorry, I just skipped the Koi stuff.
We'll go back to it, but Meiy, he's your mate. He's your mate.
Yeah, I remember. He's my mate.
Yeah, what's he like?
Yeah, he's super pleasant. Obviously, like, English is limited, but I get my translators out there when I can, or I just speak really broken English. Like, I pick up my food, you like, and that's as good as it goes, really. But yeah, he's super nice.
When did you meet him?
I met him at Riot 1.
So December 2023? No, 2022.
2022.
December 2022.
I met him there, and then I saw him again 2023 again when we went to Masters Tokyo, when I went to that restaurant where all the pro players go, and obviously Art is there, Laz,
we should
Suzu.
Give some context.
Meiy.
So when we're at Masters Tokyo, some of the really nice people from Fnatic Japan and Zeta Japan took us to a little izakaya, which is like a pub style place with lots of like drinks and food, like small plates of food. And it was really famous in Japan, in Tokyo, for where pro players go. Like all the pro players go there from all different kind of sports, esports even. And we were there with like a whole bunch of Japanese players and people. It was crazy. I feel like there was anyone in Valorant was there that night.
And me.
Yeah,
white
and you.
Dude.
Yeah, who else was there?
the one white guy.
Zenfree was there.
Yeah, Zenfree. Oh, yeah.
Was Neth? I think Neth might have been there from Crazy Raccoon.
I don't think
There was a couple of...
Blackwiz.
Oh, yeah, Blackwiz was there.
I don't think Neth was there.
Oh, Suzu was there from Zeta.
GC.
Obviously, Laz. We had a nice chat with Laz. His English is really good.
Yeah, I like Laz.
Yeah.
He's good English.
And Meiy was there, right? And he wasn't pro at the time. I think he was still just a content creator.
No, he's tier 2, Crazy Raccoon. He was playing in Crazy Raccoon
Oh.
in the Japanese division.
What
So it's cool.
What was so nice
I mean,
about
he's
him?
playing. Yeah.
He was friendly.
He was just very friendly, and
Yeah.
he seemed very keen about the game, and he was very passionate about the game, and it shows. You know, that guy is. He's popping off. Like bro got like 32 kills one game. He was 25 kills. Rest of the team on 9. He's looking like me out there.
That's not a compliment. I feel like that's an insult. But also, did he give you the keychain? Is that the keychain? Is that
Yeah,
off
it
Meiy?
broke.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
it was.
kinda
I had
sad
a
about
Crazy
that.
Raccoon Meiy keychain. It broke.
Did he give you that, or did a fan give you that?
No, I think Crazy Raccoon gave it to me because I asked for it. So you got the Meiy one.
Because he's got the blue hair,
the blue
like
head, yeah.
blue hair keychain. Yeah, I think I remember you had it on your backpack, and somebody saw it on your backpack from like a photo.
Yeah,
and they
yeah.
were like, "Boaster's got a Meiy keychain. That's so
Yeah.
cute."
No,
Yeah.
I don't anymore.
But he's also very supportive of you. He was always really nice to you, I feel like.
Yeah, I like him.
Yeah. So now you got to be supportive of him.
I mean, I'm trying.
Let's go, Meiy. Woo. Just real quick, as we round this off about Koi.
Yeah.
I think they have obviously some very talented players on that roster. Like I think of the world of Shados. Any opportunity to mention Gambit, I will do it.
Yeah, that's true.
I
Gambit colours in the ribbons.
yeah, I just think from the way that Baba was talking about things, like in his tweet, being like we're kind of screwed a little bit by the preparation times, transfer when obviously they lost Trex, like that's a huge loss in my opinion. It just feels like they are struggling. So, what would be your biggest advice for maybe a team that's kind of a little bit lost and trying to find their identity and footing?
I think you have to find
From
out
experience.
next episode.
Oh, once
Can't-
you play
I,
them?
Yeah, I can't. Yeah.
Okay,
Competition is competition.
I will write
I
this
can be
down.
a nice guy, but I have to be a nice guy after this game.
I respect that. Let's revisit this for the next
Yeah,
episode.
jot it down.
Nice.
Because this is a
And-
message to any team. They could be the Furia team, for instance,
Mm.
or even the Global Esports team.
Okay,
'Cause I think they're all having rough times, or Bleed even.
I look forward to hearing it. We'll talk about it next week. Next, Aspas broke a record.
Oh yeah, he's been breaking every record. He's been breaking my heart too.
Well, you said he was the best Jet player, but you didn't include him on your best Raze player list. Do you think he's going to sneak himself in there now?
Bro, I have no clue. I haven't seen his satchels.
Oh, you need to see his
I
satchels
need
to
to
tell?
see his movement. He could just be unreal. He's just a best killing machine.
Yeah.
Slim bean killing machine.
Are you surprised that Leviathan beat Sentinels?
Not really, because I think Sentinels they had a little break, and then they didn't have much practice time, and then they went
'cause of
straight into
John?
that game.
'Cause
So
of
what?
John?
They had like 4 days practice after that game. John is probably 3 days. What's the word? Jet lagged, so he's got to recover from that the next 3 days. So the practice is not going to be as effective, and then also NA is just very competitive. And like you saw it, like Sentinels qualified through the playoffs, not through the players, but the play-ins. So that's how kind of ruthless it can be. And also, there's not a lot you can do when a player is popping off. Like we had it today in scrims. I won't say who, but there was a player that was just hitting heads, and it's just like
Was it Simon Duck?
no, it wasn't. It was a franchise team.
Oh.
Yeah. No, there's just not a lot you can do. You're just there, like, well, here's my ass.
Bend over.
Yeah, exactly.
Take me, daddy.
Oh, yeah.
Ayo. What was I gonna say?
If you insist.
But what are your views on? Because obviously, I was chatting to some of the KC boys as well. I think Zaysh was saying that, like, you know, we had to adapt even more because we played so much. Everybody saw our stuff. Everybody knows exactly how we play. You've also been in that position where everybody's seen what you do, like your Haven, your Lotus, for example. Do you believe in that? Do you believe in, like, you can eventually get caught out and be anti-stratted to a point that you have to just keep evolving?
Yes and no. I believe that, attack sides more so is quite anti-stratable. There'll be little reads that you do with your utility because every agent is different. It's very It's very easy to know who's where.
Or like if you dog this, then you're going A.
Or if I dog this, then we know that we're potentially doing this default. Or if I recon here or flash here or spit here, like there's little tells that tell you what's going on a map. So I think but hopefully your default is strong enough to also be able to collect the information safely for you to make a good call, and that it doesn't matter then where you go or if they have the read, as long as you're in a good spot in the round, you're set up and the execute is good. I don't think it matters as much. I mean, we see it on what maps. There's just some maps that people just are forced to play retake on because you just unload on the site. That was actually something I saw FNS say. It was just, man, I hate this meta. It's like everyone just has util. You throw it on there, get the bomb down, and play retake. And that's what he said. Not like that, but that's the best American accent I can do.
Yeah, I mean,
Although
that's one of
actually-
your worst impressions I've seen.
He's Canadian, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's Canadian. But also, your impression's normally pretty good. That one needs work. You need a few more hours of finesse streams.
Boaster. I think Boaster.
I feel like
You're so handsome, man.
He never says that.
You're so sexy.
He's never
You're
says
the
that.
sexiest IGL ever, and you're so smart and you're so good looking. I wish I could play under you.
Said no one
I think
ever.
he said that.
Said no one ever. Did he ever pay you?
No, but it was
He never
different
paid me.
circumstances. He wanted to play on my previous team.
For those of you that don't know, they made a cheeky little after party bet on whoever, because for 3 years, Optic NRG had always dodged Fnatic.
Yeah,
They
never
never
played
played against each other, and they eventually played against each other. And it was Champions Istanbul where Finesse was like, whoever, what is it, $1,000?
He said $1,000. I was like, I haven't got $1,000, but I shook on it anyway because I knew we were gonna win.
That was like his...
But I didn't know we were gonna win. But I knew I wasn't gonna pay.
Hey, or finesse, you owe us 1,000. Well, us. Why am I saying us? Like I did something. You owe him $1,000.
Hey, you haggled him. We cornered him into the corner.
Yeah, definitely. I miss him. So, hey, or somebody pick him up. Anyway, I'm not sure. Yeah. No, I think he would beat you in a fight. Actually, we need to do a tier list. Not today.
I reckon I could take him in a fight, but I think he would probably say the same about me because I'm pretty sure I've seen him comment on who would you take in a fight at the Fnatic boys, and I think Som said he could take me too, but I can't remember.
Obviously, Som can take. Som can he can just headbutt you and you're dead.
Why the headbutt? I got kicked in the ball in my nose today, and I'm still breathing.
Yeah, but your nose is a sizable target. We will do a tier list once it's safe to do so, and we'll tier list who you think you can beat in a fight. There we go. How about that? I'm
starting with Mystic.
No.
I could take him.
No.
No, I'm joking.
I feel like his whole fist is bigger than your head. Yeah. Okay, cool. Let's do something a little bit different. So I thought we could use this podcast as an opportunity to teach you guys some stuff. And I'm sorry for saying this in advance. Don't get mad at me. But Fnatic, not been the best team in anti-eco situations. Is that fair to say?
Actually, no, we've been all right. It's just those couple of rounds where I died on Lotus. Well, those weren't anti-ecos in my defense. They were low buys.
Okay,
and they had a hero gun. So yeah, it was a mistake by me.
Against Giants, he also threw another anti-eco. Yeah. So
we don't talk about that one. On bind, yeah.
Yeah. So it's gone. But I still think it's fair to say that you haven't been the cleanest in anti-ecos. But luckily for you, nor has Gen G or PRX. So what I thought we would do is quickly VOD review some of the rounds on Icebox where they got back-to-back ecoed. But before we get into those rounds, would you like to just quickly explain what an anti-eco is for people that might be confused?
Anti-eco means one team has good guns. It could be like the Bulldogs if it's the second round, or the or Vandals. Why am I explaining? It just means you got rubbish money, and you can't buy stuff. And the enemy team has good money and they can buy stuff.
Other way around, because you got the good money. Anti-eco, my love, not eco.
Yeah, exactly. So it means
the other team has a rubbish buy and you have a normal buy.
Yes.
There we go. So
thank you, my assistant.
You're welcome. What would you say is a very bog standard plan for an anti-go? So for example, let's divide it by side. On the attack side, if you got guns and they don't, are you defaulting? Are you hitting the site altogether? Are you splitting? Are you like, what is the primitive way of looking at how to go into an anti-eco? Because obviously if they're on eco, they could be stacking, they could have shotguns, and so on.
I mean, you said it yourself there. You're so smart.
Thank you.
I'd say it would be either grouping or finding out where the stack is, prodding the stack. So yeah, it's one of those two, I'd say.
So like util prod.
Yeah. Just be careful, slow and steady, but not too slow that you're rushed. You have to rush in the last seconds of the round, but slow enough that you're not getting caught by traps.
What about the other way around? So if you have guns on the defense and the attackers are playing with sheriffs and
that's a difficult one. You just got to make sure you know what their buy is. Is it a sheriff buy? Is it an eco buy? Is it like a full classic buy? Or is it like some of them have good guns, some of them have bad guns? So it really depends on that. But you just play... There are certain anti-ecos you can do on the defense, but generally you just play your strongest default setup. That will like the one that will win the fights, essentially. I don't know how to explain it. Like every map is different, but essentially you play your comfort setup.
Would you use your ultimates against
Ideally no, but if you have to, you have to. You wouldn't really have an ultimate on the second round anyway, unless you're, Gekko.
How do you stop your teammates? You're in a 5v3, they got low buys, and then they start, your teammates start maybe losing their discipline a little bit, swinging, and then next thing you know, you're in a 2v3 and you're throwing a 5v3 into an eco. You just like, chill?
You get this. Woo! You slap their ass.
Well, you
Not their ass,
you
but-
slap your teammates' ass 5 times in the last week.
Yeah, so many ass been slapped. No, I don't know. It's just discipline in and out the server. You know, yeah, it happens. You get sheriffed, and you're just like, oh no, it's happened again. But it is what it is. Like, it could be me, it could be Kron, it could be Dirk, it could be Alfie, it could be Leo.
I will say it's usually not you, because usually you're holding on a paranoia or you're waiting to smoke or something, and then next thing you know, you're in a 2v3.
Except that Heretics game.
Yeah, that's true.
Marines had the hero gun, and he was coming for me
Yeah.
with his long hair. I'm trying to outgrow it right now.
You actually have a thing against hero guns, because Purpo had a hero rifle a few times, and he was fucking dicking on you too. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a beautiful night. We're looking for something dumb to do. Hey Yinsu, I think I want a VOD review.
Anyway, we have...
I see the look in your eyes. Or is it Gen G PRX?
Okay, so I'm going to set the scene for you guys. So...
I'd rather go and have sex.
Anyway,
Okay, you explain.
yeah, guys, two subs and I will release the full version of that song. Here's the context for this. So basically, Icebox, 8-5, PRX, they just swapped side and they won their pistol. PRX have just won a pistol, and Gen G are going into the anti-eco. So they have the eco guns, and PRX have the buy. I would like you to just VOD review the next 3 rounds, please.
Let's get it. So yeah, Gen G got the plant on the round, so that means their money's going to be a bit more than normal. So it means they could force and rush A. So obviously PRX are a bit scared about that. Or they could just buy sheriffs, and that's what they've done. They've done kind of like a half sheriff buy. Outlaw is pretty strong for these sort of rounds. But you can see here something over peaking in my opinion. Like, they're bad guns. You don't need to be doing that crazy peak, going close range on them. And then Forsaken, my son got caught. Go back, let me see quickly. The Lumen setup, where they've got an alarm bot in kitchen, turret in mid. Someone just walked under the middle there and just no one knew that. Yeah. So it's just a bad setup. Just do the default, like I said, do the basics, the basics. Anyway, so Mind Freak staying alive here, but he doesn't know the guy's lurked.
Karen's picked up a gun.
Yeah, there we go. Karen's got the gun now, and then it's just sheriff things. Oh yeah, that was quite a nice molly. Karen got the molly there, and the round escalates, and the round's over. I think it was just bad utility setup from Killjoy setup, and then also, obviously I think something shouldn't be going that aggressive with the Outlaw. They don't. Let's have a look at Genji's comp. What they got? They got a KO knife, so they can KO knife close to find out who's playing close. All they've got is a Gekko flash to actually clear you off the angles.
Here we go.
I mean, that's a big kill. Oh, and then he got shot through the smoke. Yeah, so there's a few rounds where obviously, who was the Devi got a bit unlucky with the long range fight there, but I don't know what gun Devi actually had.
Would you believe me if I said that to get ecoed?
Let's see what the stack is. Not in this round. Genji look like they're going A, and PRX are stacking B. Yeah, so the flash comes in, the wall goes A again. Omen TP's up to rafters, and PRX have... Oh, Genji slow it down. I think they're waiting for the Gekko flash before hitting again. They've still got the Kara knife, so they're probably going to Kara knife mid-sight. They're just playing so slow. Generally, because they don't actually have that much utility. They had the Kara knife. I think what they should have done is just invested the Kara. They end up using it now for the site, smoking. But what do PRX have? They have a KO flash, pops up. Devi gets a kill through a wall. And then they just get walled off. This guy's facing on his own Lakia. Lakia does that a lot, by the way. In the finals against Sentinels, he was dying on his own a lot in bad rounds. And that was also one of the bad deaths. Oh, they got the plant. I didn't even realize they got the plant.
Did you see something just running across?
Yeah. I mean, they all died.
Yeah. Yeah, but something just running across. Like, I saw a meme on Twitter that was like, they say that he's still running.
Yeah, the Spectre did. Honestly, I don't know. The problem with that was they did their utility to fight the back side. They got the plant down and instantly left. And then they're not realizing that they're playing against a Sage. You got Lakia fighting for site. You got essentially what's happening is you got 3 people playing post plant, 2 people playing on site, and it's a recipe for disaster, even against ecos. Like I said, you stay grouped or you play slow.
I just wanted to show you some shenanigans from APAC.
Yeah, I
What
mean,
did you make of that?
it's just shenanin again.
Shenanigans.
Yeah,
Shenanigans again.
yeah, shenan again.
And also, obviously, that game was crazy. Like, that was a crazy, crazy game. The fact that they went 13-11 and then 13-11 and then PRX just went insanity on bind. Yeah, they could have just ran this and went hard.
Yeah, they do that thing where they constantly smoke the A short.
Yeah, on bind.
I don't know if they were doing it this game, but that's what they did against us.
Well, the other crazy game is if you look at DRX versus T1, look how every single map started. 5-0 DRX. They win that. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Like 7. Well, they lost Breeze even though 7-0. And then Bind was another 6-0 start. It's crazy, right? They have the opposite of problem as you. They're just warm, get like instantaneously on the server.
Yeah, I think it's good. Like, I always say that if we win the first pistol, our chances of winning the whole series is like
a lot higher.
Yeah. It's giga huge. Losing the first pistol is always a bit rough, I think. Because it's just like the bonus rounds are so lethal right now. Like, people actually have like 3 Vandals, 4 Vandals, and 1 Bulldog. That's a buy.
I mean, that's.
And then if you lose that, you're back to another. You're in a weird economical round. So it's just like, 5-0 can be pretty fast just because you lost a pistol.
Do you think the pistol rounds are too heavily weighted? There's too much importance on it.
I think they made it worse with the Outlaw coming out. They tried to counter. The half armor with the Outlaw, I think. But then everyone's so scared about an Outlaw that on their first buy that people don't even invest into second rounds very often because they need to make sure they have enough money to buy full armor for the actual first buy. So then you end up investing all your money for that first buy, and if you lose it, it's a bit awkward. But yeah, I think it's... What was your question?
Is it too heavily skewed? Like, it means it's too important.
Yeah, but I think it's fine. I think it's how Counter-Strike works. I don't think we should just. It would be interesting to have like max money, and you just play a series max money, the whole series, and
you just buy an Odin every
that's
round.
like a true test of like pure economy, like who wins.
But that's just Odin op.
Yeah, there'll be someone with an op constantly. Yeah. But I think the idea is that you don't start with 800. You start with the max, so 9,000, and then you play out from there. So obviously, if you lose 4 in a row, then your money's going to be a bit rubbish. But that'd be quite interesting, maybe. I'm not sure.
And last but not least, I just wanted to address some Twitter drama that everybody has been... I've just been seeing it on my timeline, like, constantly. There was, like, a 24-hour period where all I saw was this Twitter drama.
P. Diddy.
No, that's not even drama. That's just, like, crime.
Yeah.
That's full-on criminal. But yeah, I'm not going to go too much into it. I think everyone and their mothers has weighed in about the whole, like, the things that happened with Joona on Twitter. I think you've seen it as well. All I'm going to say about this topic is let's just be a bit nicer to each other. And the reason that I would say let's be nicer to women is because I'm a woman, so I know what it's like when people aren't nice to me. And also the amount of people that took something that, by the way, it's so insignificant, does not fucking matter in the slightest. I'm as in, like, it was not, I just cannot believe that people were saying the kind of things they were saying to her because somebody else edited a video, whatever. It is what it is. But I just want to say, let's not weaponize and take opportunities to be horrible to people just because you think like, oh, she's wrong about this, she's wrong about that. So what? Okay? So what? Let's just be nice to each other. Let's not go out of our ways to flame other people for like the most insignificant things ever. And if she feels uncomfortable and she feels like people are being sexist to her, she's entitled to feel that way. And that does not, that does not harm you in any shape or form. What does harm people is when you start using that as an excuse to be sexist, to be misogynist, and to be mean to other people, because God knows We already have enough of that in the world. We don't need more of that over a video game. So let's be nice to women, be nice to everyone as a general blanket rule, and not be assholes. But yeah, do you want to add anything, your 2 cents?
You want my 2 cents?
Yeah, just what you think about the scene towards women.
Well, I think the internet can be very toxic, especially social media, and I think there are people out there that are just waiting to jump on any matter and completely, it doesn't even matter about the context or anything. They're just ready to flame someone. So I do think it was blown way out of proportion. Like I obviously I didn't even watch the video because I'm just like,
you heard about it from me.
I heard about it from you, but the way I see it is like, yeah, when I said my tier list, everyone was like, can't wait for me to fail and then jump on that. And her thing is just, obviously there was a comm in a game, and then
it's over a literal rank game. Oh, Lord,
yeah, it's over a ranked game. It's a comm, and someone made a video, and then everyone is just like hounding her over just a little comm. I think.
Yeah.
Honestly, you should have seen the stuff I was typing in League of Legends. Like, it was terrible. When I got signed to XL, I got a warning from Riot.
I know, you told me.
But in my defense, I was only in retaliation. When someone flames someone, I tell them to shut that, and then I'd just be like constantly pinging them and like.
But you never said anything misogynistic or racist or ableist, nothing like that.
No,
you were just like being a little shit.
Yeah, only to the people that were little shits to me, like were throwing my game on purpose or being mean to someone.
But I just think if this happened in a ranked game with another guy, if he was playing a ranked game with another dude and the guy was a little passag, I don't think he would have made a video out of it. I think like that happens all the time. Every single lobby that I've ever been in ranked, quite literally ever, has had a fucking weirdo. And if we sat here and made a video about every single person that was ever a weirdo, like, go outside, call it a day, mate. You have nothing left to do with your time.
Yeah. Regardless of whether the comment was right or not.
Who cares?
Who cares? Yeah.
Who cares? Be nice to each other. Like,
well, that's a very impossible thing to do on the internet.
Yeah, but
you just don't know what day someone's having, and then all this stuff can just make it a lot worse. Is all I'm saying.
I agree
on the matter.
I think as a community, we have enough to be worried about, and we have enough to focus our energy on. So, with the spare bit of energy you have, do something else. Yeah.
And then also, if you are a supporter of us and you did make the mistake of making a poor comment or a not nice comment, go make amends and apologize for it. Okay, that's one step in the right direction.
Agreed. And also, my favorite thing that you ever said is if somebody calls you if you defend a woman and everyone's like, "Oh, you're such a simp," you should tell people that you're a simp for Boaster. That's why you're defending people.
Damn right.
Yeah, I like that.
All the best.
I like that.
Song of the week.
Yep. So, like I said, if you have nothing else to do and you don't want to flame everybody today, I think you should listen to our songs of the week instead, because that's a great productive use of your time. And my song of the week is, I have 2. My first one is Smarter Baby Smarter, Smarter Baby Smarter. Shout out to Le Seraphim for performing at Coachella. And speaking of Coachella, my other song of the week is not really a song, but the artist that we know and love, called 80s. 80s, yeah. So feel free to go and listen to any song by 80s because I love them. What's your song of the week?
On the jog here, I was actually on the jog to the office one time. I listened to Purple Kiss Sweet Juice.
Do you want to give us a sample, because you can actually sing?
Yeah, it was like, I want some sweet juice. You wanna pop it. And I was just jogging. Dripping.
Thank you very much for listening, supporting us, and just being great people. We love you, appreciate you, and we'll
be back hopefully after 2 wins, but we'll see.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to be hosting this week. I will be hosting Red Bull event, however, and it is a Game Changers LAN event in London. It's not Game Changers, but it's teams from Game Changers. So feel free to tune into that. I believe on the 20th of April, 20th or 21st of April. And then I will be back for week 4 and hosting those games. But I might also watch Party of the Fnatic games. Who knows? We'll see how busy and how much anxiety I want to put myself through.
Yeah, I'm kind of looking like Eng here to end it.
Oh, I wish. Are you gonna?
What the hell?
Are you gonna start? I mean, you already got one Gambit boy on your roster. Are you gonna start collecting them?
Yeah, I'll get them all.
Yeah, get them all, and then
Who should I get
you can
next?
win again. I think you should get Ayaz. He lives down the road from us, you know.
Who's Ayaz?
Oh yeah. What do you? Sorry, real quick before we close this out. Because you know Mitch called you Jake on during the cast.
Why is he calling me
But
Jake on
people
the
were
cast?
flaming him, saying like, "Oh, I don't like it when casters use players' real names." But like,
It
I
was
get
jarring.
it. No, but I get it though because like. I've never said Ayaz on stream, but when I see him in real life, Nats. I'm not calling him Nats. I'm just saying, hey, what up, Ayaz? It's like, I get it. Not that I've ever done it, but I don't think it's that weird. I think it's pretty normal because we see each other all the time.
No, I get it. It's a bit jarring in the game though. Like, oh, Jake is saving, and I was
Yeah,
just
but
like,
it's like I always call you Jake. So,
who's Jake?
well, actually, I never call you Jake.
It's because I never hear my name very often.
Yeah, I never hear you Jake.
Some people call me Jake. Randomly. I'm just like, what?
I call him Bean or
It's like
Babean
another life.
or Balber or
Bitch.
Oi. What do you call me?
A beautiful girl. Fat ass. Stupid ass.
That's true. You do call me stupid
Intelligent
ass. You do
ass.
call me stupid ass. Yeah.
Stupid ass. No,
Yeah.
not stupid ass. Like stupid ass.
Stupid ass. Stupid.
Yeah, what you doing, stupid?
I'm gonna next time we do an interview together, maybe I'm joined by Boaster from Fnatic and you go, "What up, stupid?"
What's up, stupid?
Then everyone's gonna lose.
What's up,
their
stupid
mind.
ass?
Yeah. Okay. We'll stop it here now.
Stupid ass Collins.
What's Alfajer's first name?
Emir.
Durke?
Nikita.
Chronicle?
Timothy.
Leo?
Leo. You almost got me there.
Yeah, that got me. When I was on stream the other day, I was like, wait, what is Leo's first name? Then I was like, oh, it's Leo.
I can name 100 men in less than 10 minutes, I reckon.
You named 100 women in like 5 minutes when we were doing it.
I had a cheat code. K-pop.
Yeah, but that's good.
Sumi. Momo.
Sana.
Chio, Sana.
Nayeon.
Nayeon.
Chanyeon.
Chongyong. I had your help though, to be fair.
Yeah, but twice is 9 people, so that
Emily
you're
Blunt?
10%. Yeah, I don't know. We were naming women, 100 women, and he just whips out Emily Blunt, and I was so confused. I was like, wow, fair enough.
Kristen Stewart.
Yeah, Kristen Stewart, you also whipped that out. You also whipped out Demi Lovato. I forgot Demi Lovato.
Demi Lovato. Miley Cyrus.
You know, it took
Hannah Montana, technically.
it took Saito over an hour.
Yeah, I don't know what he doesn't. He obviously doesn't talk to girls. Let's be
Yeah.
real.
Shout out to his wife, though. I love his wife.
Okay, he talks to one girl.
Anyway, speaking, I'm gonna go talk to some girls.
Jeez.
Bye.
Sorry.